Good afternoon, everyone. This is Matt over at MilestoneCapitalGrowthPortfolio.com. Today is Saturday, March 22nd. All the big games are on. My bracket is not going to win $1 billion, so I am going to do a video and help everyone out that's not winning in basketball that wants to learn a new strategy or something that I do. So we're going to do this quick strategy session here, taking a look at how you can be proactive instead of reactive. If you're chasing all those plug and BLDP instead of buying from the bottom, and now you're in at $12 and it's down at $5, well, there's an issue there. So instead of chasing and buying tops, I'm going to give you a little idea of what I like to do on one of my many strategies is during the market day. I like to track the ETFs, okay, and these are the ETFs right here. Now the way I laid it out is by percent change highest, okay, and I also made sure that I had optionable here because some of these stocks are a little bit crazy. So inside of BIS, okay, if we take a look at BIS, 8% for the day. Now, what is BIS? You might as well look at it because there's stocks inside of that might be fun for you to trade. Okay, so if we come back over and take a look at BIS, all right, so BIS, biotechnology, okay, and it's ultra short NASDAQ, okay, so you know that sector is getting hurt right now. So BIS is dropping, okay, so if you're doing this in the morning, you're taking a look at it, I mean, BIS is going up, but biotechnology is going down, okay, so if you take a look at this, you're saying, okay, this is on the bottom and this is going up, so what do I do? What's next for me? All right. Drop it into a sector. Every platform has something, okay? Drop that sector into another watch box. So here I pulled up biotech's ETFs. So in other words, what's inside of them, okay? So if you change it by percent here, okay, now BIB is, the net change was $28. BIIB, REGN 17, but you're trying to catch these earlier than this big drop, okay, because if you want to do puts on these, then you're going to say, okay, so this is the biggest, you're at 2% in the morning, let's look at the chart and see what potential it has, okay? So what I like to do is drop them into a new set of charts, okay? I want to look at, this chart is my daily, this one's my monthly, just basic settings on it. I mean, this is my weekly. So I have daily, weekly, monthly, all laid out for me, okay, on BIS. So let's look at BIIB. That's our top one that's going to be dropping, okay. So in the morning, you're looking at it over here, okay, and being proactive. Now you could set yourself up for an options trade on this and buy puts either for the day or for sometime next week or the week after. All right, it's because you know it's dropping right here. All right, so you already have established that part. You have everything dropping the way it's supposed to be dropping. Okay, so to take a look at the weekly, what's happened? Well, you've had the double top, then it's dropped. Okay, then you had a double bottom, but you just lost this double bottom right here. Okay, so you're going lower. All right, so you're okay with that. Once this will be a trigger at 327. All right, 327. If you're not in from up here, 327 is going to be my trigger now. Okay, because it's going to break this double bottom. All right, and then if you look at over on the monthly, you can say, okay, I'm safe to ride this out, to ride this out a little ways, so I can plan it for as long as I want. So making sure that all your indicators are set in place, your relative strength index isn't oversold, your 50-day moving average and all that other stuff. I mean, look at BIBB. It's going to come down here to the middle Bollinger Band, 218. That's 100 points away. Is it going to happen? Yeah, I think it will. I think it's going to be choppy, up and down, bounce back and forth. But at the same time, taking a look at, looking at the big picture, okay, the daily took a poop, closed underneath the 50-day moving average, okay, and it's going to come down to the 100-day moving average. You are very oversold, but you're going to get another red day in this before you get a bounce. Now, if you get a bounce, it's probably going to come up to the 50-day moving average, all right? So just plan the trade accordingly, all right? You look down here, and you have a gap on this one, all right? The gap has to get filled at some point. They always do, and they always will, all right? Ooh, that's a dark, a light little... Let's make it. They always fill these gaps. Okay, at some point they're going to. Now look how much this has ran in such a short period of time. Okay, you went from this trade zone right here of 148 up to $354. Your relative strength index is at 78. It's overbought. It needs a break. Okay? When the market turns over, the ETF that has run the most will drop the most. Okay? So that's what you're looking for. And you're looking to plan your trade accordingly so you can make money on it. Now on the watch list you have 20 others that you can look at. Let me see how many other 54 others on here that you can look at. Okay, so if you want to look at net change, from lower, you had two greens, but if you go down to the bottom here, you're going to see the dollar drops. Okay, BIIB, $28, REGN, $18, $14, ALXN. Now these are the ones you want to be in for puts. It's going to be very lucrative for you. But if you're not in those already, okay, look at the ones that only drop 2 and 4%. So let's look at ALNY. Okay, we'll take a look at that one. All right, so ALNY. Now look at this one. This one just broke under, it closed above the 100-day moving average. But what I want you to take a look at here is, as I said, all gaps get closed. All right, this thing is driving me crazy. All gaps get closed. They do get closed. Okay, all gaps get closed. See the gap right here? This is dropping down a little more, and it's going to fill this gap right here. Now, if you played it from up here at $92, and now you're going to sell it down here at $66, guess what? You just made some coin. All right, this is all about planning. Okay, now you take your weekly. When was your entry? $90.73. Why? Because you had a triple top here, and it wasn't going any higher. All right, so here's your gap. Now, if you look at your weekly, you have another great point right here that you need to know. You're under the middle Bollinger Band. You're under the middle Bollinger Band. That's very bearish. Okay, so we know on the weekly it's probably going to take another week and it's going to fill this gap. All right, because the candles show that's how much it moves per week. It can move, $7 or $8, and that'll fill the gap. But your relative strength index is still up here. Okay, at 76 on the monthly. So it needs a reset. So this one here, it wouldn't be my favorite because you're only going to make a little bit more. But using this strategy, okay, and planning out what you're going to do is a key instead of chasing things. Okay, so if you're going to chase stocks and buy 110% because everybody's posting on it, well, it's not going to work for you. Now I have the banking sector up. Why is the banking sector up? Well, they've done fantastic. Okay, they beat out the other day 29 banks out of 30 passed the stress test. Okay, great. All right, so I was looking at this one that's optionable. That's up 3% right now. That's GGAL. Because I'm not in it yet, you can look at XLF. That's the 3 times. Sorry, XLF. That's the sector for financials, and you can look at this thing. All right, it's a skyrocket. It just blew up. All right, this thing has been doing great, but take a look at the weekly. Even though the daily says I'm pulling back, okay, take a look at your weekly. All right, there's a big difference here. Now you closed above. Draw your line right across this double top right here. And guess what? You closed above it. Look at your monthly. Yes, I've been working with this before. Here's your consolidation box, and here it's coming up. Okay, now look at it. You're over the 100-day moving average. You're making higher highs on the monthly basis. There's nothing wrong with this. This is perfect setup. Okay, look where it was. It was up here at $38. So now that we're over this, relative strength index is 76. It's going to take a little bit of a break, trade sideways, and then move back up and move more to the upside. All right. So GGAL is one that, why not take a look at it? Because it's up a little bit percent and it's doing well. Is the chart saying it can go higher? Absolutely. Okay. Did you miss all this? Yes. But just like biotech or any other sectors, if you're using the strategy that I'm saying, you can pick these out prior to them going off. Okay. Take a look at coal right now. Coal started picking up last week. I don't think it's going to be huge, but I think it's going to be lucrative for some trades. All right. So for GGAL, it's breaking out of the upper Boley. We're late for this one, okay? But it's still trading. It's going to trade up to this double top right here right now, 1196, and it could go higher, okay? It looks great from back here when it was 537. So that's on your daily. Now take a look at your weekly. All right. Your weekly says, yeah, I'm not stopping anytime soon. Your next resistance is up here at 1146. After that, you don't have anything but the 1249. Okay. So same with the monthly. Look at this monthly here. All right. So if you draw a trend line from here, I'll do it. Let's see here. We draw a trend line from the top here over to here. Okay. Basically same. You get 15 and change that we're going to come up to, maybe a little bit lower right there. So that's 1450. All right, but if you caught it on this 50-day break, okay, then you're making some money. But there's still a good trade here. So this is coming up here, and if it breaks that, it's going to test this triple top. If it breaks the triple top, where's it going to go? Well, naturally, it's going to come up here to this area, all right, because there's nothing else in the way. And which it could, and that'll be a double. So planning out your trades is key. Whatever sector is moving, chase the set, follow the sector, pick the stocks out from that sector, and have some fun. All right. If you guys want to learn this stuff, if you guys want to be proactive and get into some of the strategy sessions, the charting sessions that we have, join live chat. Join our website. There's plenty of great stuff out here that we can all learn together from, and definitely make money from the bottom, not the top. For the record, ZBB was one of ours that we started before it broke out. This was a 50-day moving average break on a chart alert, and we made from 92. It was 80 something cents, so it was probably here, and everybody was selling right in this area when other people were buying. So, you know what? Plan your trades. Make some money. This is Matt over at MilestoneCapitalGrowthPortfolio.com. Have yourself a great afternoon. Good luck if you're playing the basketball brackets.